So these things aren't hidden as such, but they are things that I've not really seen explored by a lot of people. You've probably seen this park before. It's where the I Amsterdam sign used to be, and even though it's a bit of a walk from the centre, it's still a destination for most tourists visiting Amsterdam. People going there at the moment though are a little pissed off because they're getting there and realising this sign has been moved. Quick check and you'll see it was moved like December 2018. It is a beautiful plaza, square, whatever, but it's definitely a known quantity. So I thought I'd have a look at a few spots that are a little less known and ones that I've not really seen used as, you know, backdrops for photos or just for photos themselves. So the first one is close to the museum square and it's Vondel Park. Now I'm not saying that people don't know about this park, but I think it's more associated with like a place to just kind of have a wander through and maybe like lay in the sun and relax or whatever. But it's a really good location to get some photographs. It's a bit greener than the rest of Amsterdam. It's a little bit different from the canals, a bit more greenery, and it's a great shot for some like summer portraits. Next up, a bit of transport infrastructure, which may seem a little left field. It might not seem like the obvious choice for getting photographs, and I'm sure I'm going to be put on blast in the comments by some locals for suggesting it, but the ferry is across the A. These ferries are free transport to get you to the other side of the bay. They are basically free buses that happen to be on water, but they give you an amazing vantage point and a little tour on the water. If it wasn't free, I might not suggest it. I don't know if it'd be worth it if you had to pay, but you can get some great pictures. The other benefit to the ferry is that it'll take you over to Amsterdam North, which is a different world to central Amsterdam. This is a great area to head to if the kind of cosy, busy, oldly worldy streets of central Amsterdam are getting a bit much. It's open, industrial, and relatively quiet in comparison. The post-industrial sprawl has been taken over by like the art scene, and it's supported by cafes and bars and restaurants. The whole area is kind of this gritty, graffiti-covered backdrop. And actually, while I was there, I saw multiple fashion or portrait shoots happening. So it's well worth a visit if you're looking for somewhere to take some more interesting pictures. This might also be the best place to get your cycling practice in. If you're not super confident on a bike, it's a good place to practice. It would seem from reading comments on other videos about visiting Amsterdam that locals really don't like tourists cycling around the city. So maybe head over there, you've got some nice open space, not as many people, get your cycling practicing up there. The next spot is close by. It's a little hidden gem of a thrift shop. I'm not sure how they are about you actually taking pictures in there, but no one said anything to me about filming. It's usually easier to ask forgiveness than permission, you know, as long as you're not doing something destructive. It's the kind of place I love to look at, and it might just spark some ideas for you. And you're probably not going to buy some furniture there because you've probably come to Amsterdam by plane or some other means that isn't a, you know, truck. More for inspiration, but a great place to visit nonetheless.
I dive in the indigo, cool down when I'm all alone. I let it go. Talk over the radio, think fast but we're moving slow. It's what we know. If you're coming over, I just wanna be real with somebody like
Back to the centre for my last suggestion, and you might think this one is a super obvious one because who hasn't taken a tourist boat ride? But it's not so much the activity that I'm suggesting, but the timing of the activity. These tours usually last for an hour and are maybe like 12 euros, but the trick is to aim to be boarding just as dusk is about to set in. That way you get to experience the canal at the most beautiful time, and you get full sunset as you get out onto the A. So when everyone else is heading to the bar or heading for a sit-down meal, you should jump on one of these boats. I was really surprised by how quiet it was at that time. I thought it would be obvious that you'd get the best pictures around sunset, but maybe it just isn't sometimes. You can even get yourself a little tinny on the boat and skip the bar altogether. I hope you enjoyed these suggestions. I hope you can use them next time you are visiting Amsterdam. If anything was useful, give this video a like. Let me know down in the comments if you've got any other suggestions in Amsterdam, any things that you thought that should be added onto this list, and subscribe if you're not already. So I'm probably going to get hit again in the comments for saying things that are really obvious or that locals hate. But Amsterdam is more than just stroopwafel, narrow canals and quaint oldie-worldy architecture. Don't get me wrong, that stuff is great, but take a little time to see more of the city if you can.